Well, you gotta be careful how tools behave, because tools, like children, if you don't know how to keep them behaved, who knows what they'll do. So, we're going to take a tool that you'll probably use a lot, and I'm going to show you how to make sure it behaves. Alright, that is controlling the different aspects of the tool. So, let's pick any photo or anything you want, any photo, doesn't matter. Even you can see here on the splash screen, people have just picked crazy photos and done crazy things. Anyway, pick anything, and we'll go into the Edit Advanced mode, and alright, seems to be getting quicker and quicker past the splash screen and into the editor. Alright. I'm going to pick whoops, must have hit it too many times. Well, I'm just going to pick that mug that we were working on earlier, but you can pick anything you want, because the focus of this will not be the mug, but what we title the mug. Alright, so there's the mug, and we're going to use the text tool here. So if you hover over it, you see it's the horizontal type tool is the actual name of it, but it's inserting text. You can right click if you want and see what other tools are under it. You can make it, we want to make the text in this case go horizontally, but you can make it go vertically, and there's a couple other below here. So choose horizontal type tool. Once that's selected, up here this bar is changed now. It looks kind of like the options you see in Word. So you can align it left, align it in the middle, align it right. Here we have our type styles. You can actually change those tools that were hidden under the horizontal type tool are actually here also. So you could actually change it to the vertical here as well. So leave it at horizontal. Go in and pick any type style you like. You can make it weird or normal, whatever you want. I'm going to pick Mistral. I have no idea what that word exactly means. And depending on the font you choose, some of these other options are only available for certain fonts. For instance, the font style for Mistral, you can't be adjusted. So it's set regular. But how big the font is, that can definitely be adjusted. And I'm not sure how big I want it yet, so I'm just going to leave it at the default. And I'm going to leave it aligned left. And now, you notice that our pointer is changed to a text type tool. It almost looks like a book. So now we can choose where we want the title of this picture to be. I'm just going to pick anywhere because it can be moved once we're done. Now I've picked that section, and now if I start typing something, I notice that it's absolutely way too small. So let's back up. I'm going to change it to 60. That's a little bigger, but it's not big enough. We have 72. I'm going to make it gigantic, 120. It's not as gigantic as I wanted. So don't feel limited to these here. We can make it bigger. 140. Let's try that. So it shows us here that we have to choose between 0.01 and 1296. Okay. 150. Alright, that should be good enough for now. And we have a color over here we can choose from. I'm going to pick red. And there are more options and more colors, but for now I'm just going to leave it as a normal. And there's also options here, warped text, and you can wrap it, do all sorts of things over here. But I'm going to leave it as normal, and I'm going to start typing my favorite mug. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Alright, and once we're done, if we select another tool, like the move tool here, it's going to ask, oh, in this case it didn't. Sometimes it'll ask, do you want to save the changes that you just did? But in this case, it just saved it. Now that we have the move tool selected, we can move this wherever we want, expand it however we want. Yeah, I like it tall like that. That looks nice. And I'm going to make it a little wider, like so. Then I'm going to hit Enter on the keyboard and move it up there. And we're set. So there is one way to add text. You're going to be adding text probably to a lot of photos just for fun. So here what we can do is if you wanted to keep it, you could disregard the changes that you made or save it. I would suggest a save as, file, save as, and either save it in Photoshop format, which is PSD here, or TIFF. That's what I would suggest, those two. But there's all sorts of different formats you can choose from. But most people TIFF, JPEG, GIF, and we'll cover some of these other ones later. But save it for, as what you want. I'd leave the defaults here, include in the organizer, save the layers, and you want the profile, color profile. Just leave all the defaults and you'll be safe for now. So name it what you want, hit save, and you'd be set. But in this case, I'm not going to save the changes because I'm just not in the mood. So have fun with the text tool. So there's just a brief look at it.